Welcome to the Flip Your Life podcast, the go-to podcast to help you flip your life and your financial future through real estate. My name is Riley, and we have the infamous
Vaughn Bethel. What's up, guys?
Vaughn Bethel. And today we are going to be talking about some of the case studies or success stories that REI Junkies has had with its Pathway to Homeownership program, with private money lenders, that kind of thing. So, Vaughn, on that topic, what example can you just come off the top of your head with of a really good success story?
So let's talk about a recent one on the private lender side.
Okay.
Right. So just the other day, and I said just the other day, this was probably a week or two ago. One of our investors who invests a significant amount of money with us to help us in this program, and really has helped to take our purpose, cause, and passion of Pathway to Homeownership to the next level. I just cut an interest check to them, and I'm talking about interest only, not principal.
Okay.
Of $55,000.
Golly.
Yep. For the last year.
Wow.
Yep. So it can be lucrative for the private money lenders that are looking for just passive income. Right? Now, they have a significant amount of money with us.
Sure.
But, I mean, $55,000, that's more than a lot of people make a year.
Yeah, that's a salary.
Yep. So that person feels really, really good that they are able to invest with us. Their money's secure because it's secured to property. So it's collateralized by real property that they can go see, touch, and feel. Mm-hmm. And they have also helped a family become a first-time homeowner, right? So there's a purpose behind it. There's an impact, that social impact.
That's really cool. Okay, yeah. So $55,000 in one check you just stroked for a year worth of interest-only payment. That's not any of their principal you're paying back.
Nope.
That's all profit for them.
That's all profit for them.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. And what about on the Pathway Homeownership side?
Yep.
You have any ones that pop in mind there, like really good success stories?
So there's a ton, man. Like every week we have somebody come in here and they're signing that paper to buy their first home and getting the keys. We see couples, we see single people, but also what gets me the most is the families with little kids, right? And the little kids that are able to have separate bedrooms for the first time, right? Which is crazy. So being able to see that, man, it just gets you all in, it tugs at the heartstrings, gets all in your feels, you know what I mean? So yeah, and we also had our first owner finance person that refinanced out.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that happened a couple weeks ago, and that family was able to go through our entire program, refinance out at a more favorable interest rate, and then continue that dream of homeownership.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's really cool for you guys, and big congratulations to that family, whoever they are, because in an economy that's a challenge right now, in a high interest rate environment, they found a way to get in a house, deal with the higher interest rate just long enough to get the banks all that they need, and then refinance to a rate that's more favorable.
Exactly.
And that's really cool. Yep. That's what's the word for that? Not ingenuity. That's resourcefulness.
There's definitely a lot of resourcefulness.
I love it.
Yeah, and so we've been doing this for going on 6 years now, but we've really been doing the Pathway to Homeownership program for about 24 to 36 months all in, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we did our first owner finance deal 5 years ago.
Wow.
Right? But majority, I think we've done almost 30 of these now. The majority of those have been over the last 18, 24 months.
So that person was right on time to the anticipated schedule.
Exactly. So now we've started ramping it up because it is our primary exit strategy or primary purpose, cause, and passion. So we're doing on average right now 3 to 4 of these deals a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's a huge demand for it. We actually have a waiting list right now, and we don't have enough inventory.
Really? Like enough houses?
Enough houses to meet the demand.
So let me ask you this. With not having enough houses, what's the bottleneck there? Is it the deals coming into your pipeline, or is it the money that you need to buy the houses?
It's the capital, right?
Okay.
So private money partners, they help us get the deals done. So unfortunately, I don't have all day long to go out and just raise capital.
Sure.
I have a couple businesses to run. So part of the reason we're doing this podcast is just to let more people know what we do. I had, fortunately enough, I had the opportunity to sit down with Damon John,
Oh,
Shark Tank.
the Damon John?
The Damon John, right?
Okay.
FUBU, for us,
Yeah.
by us, right? The Damon John, about 2 years ago when I was really starting to hone in on this program.
Oh, wow.
And I was asking him, just some of my hurdles and how to get more people involved and find more private money partners and raise more capital. And he really just spit back at me exactly what I told him as far as our program and our purpose and what we do. And he kind of looked at me for a minute and he goes, do you know how many people give money to charity every year asking for nothing in return? And I was like, a lot. I give a lot of money to charity every year. He goes, so basically you're giving them an opportunity to be charitable, but get a solid return, security, and have that charitable impact or that social impact by helping people all at the same time.
Wow.
He goes, you're just not telling enough people about what it is that you do.
I see. So that's the catalyst
Yeah.
for trying to tell more people.
Exactly.
I think that's a good point. It's like, if you think, if you're doing, like if you were going to give money to a charitable organization that does something with housing, like obviously you're not saying to stop giving money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But, if you're trying to look for a way, if it doesn't necessarily make sense for you to write it off that year or whatever, you can still have the same impact.
Exactly.
And still make a good return on your investment.
Yep.
Which is really cool.
And it's another way to diversify your portfolio, right? We always talk about diversification. Everybody needs diversification in their investment portfolio. Why not have a piece of that investment portfolio that does good, right? That gives back, that is there for a purpose, is helping people. So yeah, what really got me is when Damon looked me in the eyes and he goes, you are robbing people of an opportunity to do business with you if you aren't telling people about you and what you're doing. You got it.
If Damon John said that, the
Yeah.
dude's what? He's a billionaire, isn't he?
Billionaire. Yeah.
A billionaire. I can see why he's a billionaire if he just on the fly like that was able to tell you,
Yep.
this is your unique selling proposition and what you got going on. But that's really cool to hear, especially hearing things like the success stories with these investors that are investing with you, getting checks like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people get smaller checks, but they're investing smaller money.
Yeah.
But either way, kind of like you've told me before, and we've talked about on previous episodes, you can put your money in the stock market. You can't control you have no control or even no semblance of control over whether that stock goes up or down.
Yep.
It's all fear and market conditions and so on and so forth. And then number two is that stock can go to zero. It can legitimately hit a worthless value. And if all your money's there, all your money's gone.
Exactly.
But like you said before, real estate will never go to zero.
Never go to zero, because even if the house burned down, worst case scenario, and it wasn't insured,
that dirt's worth something.
The dirt is worth something, because that's one thing that they're not making any more of.
That's what I hear. Right? That's what I've heard.
So yeah, I think it's like I said, we can't say safe investments, right? Because nothing is 100% safe. There's risk involved with everything, but it's one of the most secure investments that you can make. And if you can have a very secure investment, making a really good return and having a social impact, having a purpose behind it, what else can you ask for?
That's a good point. Well, Vaughn, if someone is interested in getting involved, where would you point them to?
Go reach out to me, message me on Facebook, Vaughn Bethel. I'm the only one on there. Same thing on LinkedIn. Those are the places I'm most active. You can also go to our website, reijunkies.com, and they're going to show you a lot about our program, and then also fill out one of the contact us forms.
Awesome. And if someone is trying to go really deep and get some more information specifically about lending on these properties and doing that, what is their resource?
So yeah, the same way, reijunkies.com, or reaching out to me. I'm involved in the business, right? I'm not just a face. So you'll be reaching out and setting up a call specifically with me to talk about your goals, your passions, and what it is that you want to accomplish, and see how you can be involved.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, I think that pretty much covers it today. I think those success stories are really cool. I think that if more people, like you said, more people knew about what you're doing and had a conversation with you and realized that they can trust that you have covered as many of the bases as you can cover, that their money is as safe as they can have it be in this type of investment, that I think there's no reason why you can't do this for 1,000 people or 5,000 people or whatever the case may be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. We love working with people. We love seeing people happy and successful. And that's on both ends of the equation, from the private money partners as well as the buyers that come into our program and, realize that dream of home ownership.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, that covers it for today. Until next time, look out for the next episode and we'll see you.
Peace.